Hi dear mga ka-ML, so welcome back to Math Learning. Okay, our lesson for this moment is all about the division of fraction dealing with or under rational numbers. So at the completion of this session, you shall be able to, number 1, divide rational numbers, and number 2, explain how to divide fractions using cancellation method. So again, I will introduce to you ways or methods kung paano natin mapapadali ang pag-divide ng fraction, lalong-lalo na if we're going to deal with the larger numbers. Okay, guide question we have, how do we divide rational numbers? And number 2, how do we use cancellation method to divide rational numbers? Dito na tayo class, or dito na tayo mga ka-learning dito sa dividing rational numbers. Ito yung rules for division of fraction. Suppose we have A, B, C, and D are rational numbers or numbers. So if we have A over B and C over D are rational numbers, then A over B divided by C over D is equal to A over B times D over C, and also it will equal to A times D over B times C. Ano po, kung napapansin nyo dito class, yung division natin dito, pagpunta natin dito sa kabila is naging multiplication. Ano po? And after that, yung C and D dito magiging na pong reciprocal form na kung saan yung divisor natin i-flip lang natin. Ano po? Kumbaga, yung D ilalagay natin sa numerator at yung C ililipat natin sa denominator. Tandaan nyo, yung divisor lang po ang i-flip natin or kukunin natin yung reciprocal form. Ano po? After that, after natin i-change yung division sign into multiplication sign and after natin ma-reciprocal, kailangan na natin i-follow or balikan natin yung rules in multiplying rational numbers. Una natin gagawin is to apply the cross cancellation and division. Ano po, ito yung shortcut natin in dividing numbers or dividing fractions rather, lalong-lalo na kung meron tayo mga given larger number or larger fraction. So, paano ba natin alamin kung ano yung cross cancellation? So, cross cancellation can be used to make a math or to make math easier when fractions are divided. Just take the reciprocal of the divisor. Taking the reciprocal of fraction just means swapping the numerator and denominator. Put the top on the bottom and then the bottom on the top. The divisor is the number that you are dividing by. The systematic way to cross cancel when dividing fraction. Number 1, find the reciprocal by flipping the numerator and the denominator of the divisor. Number 2, find the prime factorization of both numerator and denominator of both fraction. Number 3, if either factor was not in simplest form, perform the simplification now. 4, we have cancel any factors found both in numerator and opposite denominator. In fact, it's because these factors are located diagonally from each other. That's why we call it cross cancellation. If multiple of copies of any factor are present, deal with them by cancelling only as many copies as are present in the opposite location. The same as when simplifying fractions. And number 5, repeat the previous step on the other diagonal. And number 6, after cross cancelling, apply the step 3 in multiplying fraction. The final answer using this method is already be in simplified form. Okay mga ka-math learning, dito na tayo sa dividing fractions. Ano po, i-apply na natin dito kung ano ba yung rules natin in dividing two fractions. So we have, suppose that A over B divided by C over D is equals to A over B times D over C is equals to multiply numerator by numerator or A times D over B times C. Ano po? So, kung napapansin nyo dito sa formula natin, yung division natin dito na ginamit is naginang multiplication dito. Ano po? At yung divisor natin na C over D, suppose this is a fraction, yung napansin nyo, kung napansin nyo siya, yung C nandito na sa baba at yung D nandito na sa taas. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin po, ginamit lang natin dito yung reciprocal of this, the second term or the divisor. Ito lang po yung mag-flip. Ano po? Ito lang yung mag-flip yung divisor natin. At once na nag-flip na yan, automatic po yung division natin magiging ng multiplication. Ano po? And then kapag nandito na po tayo, gagawin po natin dyan is apply lang po natin yung rules on how to multiply fractions. Ganun lang po kadali. Ano po? Una, gagawin natin is to flip and then change this division into multiplication and then apply the rules in multiplying numbers. But this lesson, ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano gamitin yung nabasa nyo kaninang slide. Ano po? So, let's start with this one. 7 divided by 6/21. Okay, paano ba natin ito isosolve? Okay, ang una natin gagawin, alam natin yung 7, meron yung denominator na 1. Ano po? So, let's have this 7/1 divided by 6/21. So, gagawin natin, follow this formula. Ano po? Gawin natin 7/1 times, ang gagawin natin, eto, 6/21, hanapin natin yung reciprocal. Ano po? So, reciprocal means, babalik na rin lang natin yung 6, gagawin natin denominator, at yung 21 gagawin natin numerator. I-flip lang natin siya. Okay, we have now 21/6. Kung napansin nyo, meron na tayong multiplication. So, balik tayo sa multiplication na ulit. Okay, gamitin natin ang prime factorization. Ano po? Using this given. Okay, meron tayong 7. Okay, ang prime factor ng 7 is only 7. Ano po? We have 7/1 times the prime factorization of 21. Ano po? Meron tayong prime factorization ng 21. Pwede natin i-expand. Ano po? We have 3 times, how many? 3 times 7. Yes, 3 times 7. Ano po? And then, yung 6, pwede natin siyang ma-prime factor or pwede natin siyang ma-prime factorization or pwede natin ma-expand by simply 2 times 3 or 3 times 2. Now, pwede na tayong mag-cancellation, ano po, vertically. Okay, since wala tayong pwede makancel this diagonal or diagonally, so magka-cancel out tayo through vertically. Ano po? So, meron tayong 3. So, ka-cancel out natin yung 3 dito sa second term or dito sa divisor. Cancel out natin yung 3 at 3. So, ang natira natin dyan is 7/1. We're just going to rewrite times, eto po, times yan, times 7/2. 7/2. And then the result of that, we have, follow this one, 7 times 7, we have 49. Over 1 times 2, we have how many? 2. Yes, or we have also, how many 2 are there in 49? So, how many we have? So, we have 24, right? 24. And how many are the remainder? We have 1/2. So, therefore, our result or our quotient for this fraction, we have 24 and 1/2. Pwede natin siyang i-check kung tama ba ito. So, we are just going to divide 49 by 2. Okay, we have 2 times 2, we have 4. Then, bring down 9. The 9 times 2, 9 divided by 2, how many? Ilan yung 2 sa 9? We have 4. 4 times 2, we have 8. And then, subtract, meron tayong 1. So, meron tayong remainder na 1. Yung remainder na 1, ganito yung magiging form po niyan. So, we have quotient plus remainder over the divisor. So, meron tayong quotient, we have 24, and then yung remainder natin plus, yung remainder natin is 1 over the divisor of 2, yung dinivide natin, o yung denominator natin. So, we have 2, or we can also add this one, we have 24 plus 1/2 is 24 and 1/2. So, same result. So, therefore, the quotient of this fraction is this one. Okay, next example tayo. Okay, how about this example? So, first step, ang gagawin natin na first step, ano nga yun? we're just going to, okay, i-rewrite ko lang to. So, 21 over 15 divided by 45 over 42. Okay, dito na natin siya i-flip. Ano po? So, gawin natin 21 over 15. Etong division, magiging na siyang multiplication. Ano po? Na operation. At yung 45 over 42, i-flip lang natin. Ano po? Yung 42 magiging numerator at yung 45 magiging denominator. So, eto, balik na tayo sa multiplication. So, i-rewrite na natin dito. So, 21 over 15 times 42 over 45. Okay, para mas madali tayo makapag-divide kasi medyo malaki-laki itong number na to or fraction na to or yung numbers ng every numerator denominator. So, gawin natin po yung prime factorization para mas madali tayo makapag-cancel out o para mas madali tayo maka-multiply. Para mas paliitin natin yung mga number. Okay, let's start with 21. Okay, yung 21, meron tayong prime factorization na 3 by 7. Okay, 3 times 7 is 21. Next, we have 15. Eto, 15. We have also 3 times 5 because 3 times 5, we have 15. At 42, meron tayong 42. 42 divided by 2, meron tayong 21. And then 21, meron tayong how many? Okay, 21, meron tayong same dito. So, 3 over 7. Next, we have 45. So, ang pwede makapag-divide sa 45, pwede natin isabihin na 5. And then 45 divided by 5, meron tayong 9. Ano po? Because 9 times 5, we have 45. And then, yung 9, pwede pa natin siyang mapaliit o pwede pa natin siyang hanapan ng factor. So, meron tayong 3 and 3. So, okay, since nakuha na natin yung mga prime factorization ng 21, 15, 42, and 45, ilagay na natin sila dito. Ano po? So, times. Okay, we have the factors of 21. Meron tayong 3 times 7. And also, we have the factors of 15. We have 3 times 5. And then, we have also the factors of 42. Meron tayong 2 times 3 times 7. And also, the factors of 45, we have 5 times 3 times 3. Ito lang po yung kinukuha natin. Ano po? Ito yung mga nasa outer branch. Ito. Yan yung mga factors o yan yung mga prime factors ng mga numbers na to. Okay, next. Take a look at their diagonal kung meron tayong maka-cancel out. Ano po? Kung meron, i-cancel out natin yan. Next, cancel out natin. So, meron tayong mga nakikitang same numbers like 3. Cancel out na natin yung 3 dito. Next, from this second diagonal, meron tayong 3. At eto, 3. Next, tingin tayo vertically kung meron pa tayong madidivide or maka-cancel out. So, since wala na, so we're going to rewrite kung ano yung mga natirang numbers. So, meron tayong 7 times 2 times 7 over 5 times 5 times 3. 5 times 5 times 3. Next, multiply na natin yung 7 times 2, we have 14 times 7, we have 14 times 7, we have 98. All over 5 times 5, 25 times 3, we have 75. Or we simply change this or convert this into mixed fraction. How many 75 are there in 98? We have 1. And then ilan yung remainder kapag o ilan yung natira sa 98 kapag nabawas o kapag na-divide natin siya sa 75. So we have 23 yung remainder. Ano po? 23 over 75. So therefore, this will be our quotient in dividing 25 over 15 divided by 45 over 42. Ito na po yung sagot. Ano po? Dinivide ko lang po yung 98 by 75 at nagkaroon ako ng 1 na result, and then ito yung 23, yan po yung ating remainder. Ano po? At ito naman yung 75, ito po yung 75. Yan po. Okay, last example tayo. Ano po? Last example tayo. Last example. Okay, yes, example. Last example na tayo mga kamat learning. So we have 25. Okay, sorry, we have 25 over 75 divided by 15 over 50. Now gagawin ulit natin, just follow these rules. Ano po? So we have 25 over 75 divided by 15 over 50. Okay, gawin na natin dito yung flip natin. Ano po? Yung change of this operation. So we have 25 over 75 times, magiging na siyang times or multiplication. Eto naman 15 over 50, gawin natin, i-flip lang natin sila. Imagine, flipping lang natin. So we have 50 over 15. Yan, na-flip na natin. Ano po? Now, sulat na natin siya dito, 25 over 75 times 50 over 15. Yan. Gawin natin na sunod is to look for their prime factorization para mas madali tayo maka-cross out or cancel out. Or pwede rin naman gamitin nyo yung GCF. Ano po? Kagaya nito, gamitin natin yung GCF. Tingnan natin. Ano po? Okay, GCF. Ano kaya ang diagonally, ano kayong GCF ng 25 and then 15? Ano kayong pwede makapag-divide sa 25 and 15? So, meron tayong 5. So, therefore, 25 divided by 5, meron lang tayo ditong 5. Eto naman, 15 divided by 5, meron tayong 3. And last, we have 50 naman at 75, yung GCF nila is 25. Okay, yung 50 divided by 25, we have 2. And then 75 divided by 25, we have also 3. Pwede na nating isulat yung ating new number or new fraction as 5 over 3 times 2 over 3. Saan yung galing yung 5? Ito po yung 5. At yung 3, ito yung 3. 2, ito naman. At yung 3, ito naman. Ano po? Okay, pwede na tayo makapag-multiply kasi maliit na number na lang yung i-multiply natin. So, 5 times 2 over 3 times 3. So, we have 5 times 2, 10 over 9. Ano po? Or, pwede natin siyang isulat as mixed fraction. How many 9 are there in 10? We have 1 and the remainder is 1 over this divisor we have or denominator we have 9. Ano po? So, ito na yung sagot. Ganun lang po kasimple using the GCF. Ano po? Using GCF. So, paano naman kung using our prime factorization? Okay, tingnan natin kung meron tayong pareho na answer na makukuha o same answer na makukuha. So, kunin lang natin yung mga prime factors or factorization ng 25, 75, 50, and 15. Okay, meron tayong, sa 25, meron tayong prime factorization or prime factors na 5 times 5. Also, the 75, meron tayong 5 times 5 times 3. And also, meron tayo sa 50 na 5 times 5 times 2. And also, in 15, meron tayong 5 times 3. Yan po yung mga prime factors, ano po, na kung saan, pag na-multiply natin ito, eto yung magiging result. 5 times 5, 25, 5 times 5 times 3, 75, 5 times 5 times 5 times 2, 50, and then 5 times 3, 15. Ano po? Now, we're going to look at their diagonal kung meron tayong maka-cancel out na same number. So, meron tayong 5. And then, meron din tayong ditong 5. Okay. Cancel out na natin yan. 5 and 5. And then also this one, 5, 5, 5, 5. Cancel out na natin siya. Okay, kung napapansin nyo, meron na tayong natirang number na 5, 2, 3, and then 3. Ilagay na lang natin siya dito sa new fraction natin. So, we have 5 times 2 over 3 times 3. So, meron na tayong sagot na 5 times 2, 10 over 3 times 3, 9. Or we have 1 over 1 and 1 over 9. So, same lang tayo ng sagot. Ano po? So, we come up with same result. Okay, how about, paano kung meron tayong negative? Okay, sabihin na natin negative 25 over 75 divided by 15 over 50. So, alam natin, class, na dividing numbers or dividing fraction pa din, negative divided by, okay, negative divided by positive. So, gawin natin, class, is negative divided by positive, the result is same lang siya sa multiplication, the result is negative. Ano po? So, pag meron naman tayong negative divided by negative or same sign, meron tayong positive. And also, meron tayong positive divided by positive, ang result niyan is also positive. Kapag meron naman tayong positive divided by negative, ang result po niyan is also a negative 1. Ano po? So dito, since may negative tayo, gagawin lang natin dito sa result, sa final answer natin na negative. Ano po? Negative din yan. Ano po? So same lang po yan. Ano po? Kapag also nilagay ko dito ng negative din, same result, dito tayo titingin, positive yung result ng quotient natin. Ano po? Pero in that example, sa example ko niya, wala tayong negative dyan. For instance lang naman yung sinabi ko. Kaya positive yung result natin dito. Ano po? Positive yan. So the result is this one. So that ends our discussion for this division of fraction or dividing rational numbers. So I hope you learned something about this one. Ano po? Using our shortcut, using GCF and then prime factorization. So thank you and goodbye.